Hello, so welcome back. This is the SIE website, which you can access here to find all of the useful information for the admissions. For those of you who wants to apply for the undergraduate, master, doctoral language program, and foundation program, and here also the scholarship that we provide and also all the applications. In this video, we're going to discuss about the undergraduate program, everything from the scholarship and also the application materials. So first is for the website. Please make sure that if you cannot access the website by simply the link here, you can type here HTTP, not HTTPS. You make sure that you use this link, and also you use the recommended browser, which is Chrome browser that I use here to access. And also if you're in China, you can switch off the VPN and make sure your connection is stable. Nevertheless, let's continue here. If you have trouble to read Chinese, you can just simply switch to English, which I'm going to use in this video to guide you guys. First is, of course, the admission for the undergraduate program. Any other information you can see here. So, for the undergraduate, we have here the undergraduate programs for 2024. It has open and the deadline is until 31 May 2024. So, let's open this. And for this one, admission in bachelor, basically this one is the additional major that we have for Chinese language. In Chinese language, we have three majors, which is Chinese language and literature, and then Chinese language in cross-border e-commerce direction, and Chinese language in business Chinese direction. So this one is a very good option for you guys if you are interested to study in Chinese language major. We have additional option for you. And you can apply this as usual for the 2024 admission. And if you see that this information have been updated yet, don't worry. It will be available for 2024. So let's see for the full information. Anyway, for the undergraduate program, there is a Chinese taught major and also the English taught major. And all English taught major later, when you are already admitted to Tianjin University, you have to pass HSK 4 before you graduate later. For the Chinese taught, well, yeah, reach level HSK 5. So the qualification for you guys is that you have to be non-Chinese citizen, you have your valid passport, and then you have a high school diploma and under the age of 25. And then if you are under age of 18, as of 1 September 2024. So if you are 18 later, for example, at let's say 30 August 2024, you can apply. But if you are under age of 18, as of 1 September, you must submit the original guardian certificate issued by Tianjin District Notary Office, which means from the permanent resident of Tianjin. And then for the language requirements, remember, if you are Chinese taught, you only need to submit your HSK. So HSK 5, minimum score 180. And if you want to study the Chinese language major, for example, the Hanyuan and then the Hanyuan 上午方向 and also the cross-border direction, you only need HSK 4. Other majors, you need HSK 5, including engineering, business, architecture, finance, and everything else. Except the Chinese language related majors, minimum HSK 4. And if your high school studies is in full Chinese or your native language is Chinese, you are exempted, which means you do not need to provide HSK certificate. For the English instructed program, you only need to submit the English proficiency certificates. Either it is IELTS, minimum band 6, or TOEFL, minimum 80. Remember, it is mandatory. If your high school study is in English or your native language is English, you are exempted, which means you do not need to submit IELTS or TOEFL. Okay, remember, if your high school study is in full English, you can submit the certificate of proof of high school study in English. Okay, so we got that all clear. How to apply is with this website, which is the tju.at0086.cn/student. So all you need to do is just open the website. Then this is the online application portal. The deadline is May 31st, 2024. I will get to the online application portal later. We shall see here, continue that if you, let's say you want to apply for scholarship, it is highly recommended that you apply before April 15th, 2024, because there's a limited quota and a lot of competition, right? So the application documents here, of course, you need the high school diploma. If you are graduating this year, you can request from your high school a pre-graduation certificate. So, and also if your language in the certificate is not Chinese and English, let's say you are from Indonesia or you are from Vietnam, which the language is not Chinese or English, you have to notarize it in a notarized providing service institution. So you must notarize it. And if your high school is from the international high school, let's say they have SAT, A-level results, ACT, maybe like AP or IB, you can submit that for the academic transcript. But if your school is like a private high school or a government high school, then you submit your high school academic transcript. Okay, so if you are graduating this year, just submit the academic transcript that you have right now. For example, 5 semesters or 7 semesters, just submit the current academic transcript. It is okay. And then you need to have your passport. Okay, please renew or create your passport if you haven't have, and make sure your passport is valid, and because without passport you cannot apply for the the information, the data. And then this one is for some issues with, like, if your parents are Chinese national, you should read this. And proof of Chinese or English proficiency. If your IELTS is 5.5 or TOEFL is 75 or HSK, let's say, is 179, you will be automatically rejected. So do not try to apply if you do not meet the standards. Even if your IELTS is 6 or HSK is exactly 180, you are eligible to apply. So make sure you just fulfill the standard. It's okay. No matter it is 300 or 200, everyone can apply as long as they meet the standards. And then for the study experience resume, you just click here to download the study experience resume template. You do not need to create your own resume because TJU will request you to fill according to the template. So if you already have downloaded the study experience resume, you fill your high school information. Remember, only high school studies. So at the education level, high school, your name of the school, and also the start and end time. Let's say you start to high school, let's say from July 2021, and then you graduate 3 years. So you can write July 2021 to June 2024. Let's say, for example, so you must detail your graduation time like this. If you have the date, then it would be good. For example, 15 July until 16 June, for example, whatever. And this one is just you provide your general introduction. For example, your school using a grade score of scale 0 to 100, or maybe your school using let's say a point system. For example, you using like GPA system, like maybe 0 to 4. Remember that every high school is different from around the world, and the teachers in the international education would like to know about the score system. Let's say it is different, right? Because every school has their own system, so you need to explain about this and also explain your academic record. So for example, one of your courses, let's say, is about the practical learning, so that you get this score system, or maybe you have the score system of letters forms, for example, alphabet forms, alphabet system. For example, like you using the system of A to F, you have to explain that what is the range of the score. For example, this one is 190 to 100, or maybe the system says that the score is excellent. You have to explain this so that the teachers can carefully evaluate how good is your academic transcript, right? Because maybe some school have like the range something like this, and maybe they call it like very good. So you need to explain about this. If there is any special things that you need to explain about the academic record, so that the teacher will understand and say, okay, this transcript is graded this way, and they can carefully evaluate. Okay, so and then you have to type in the name of the teacher and their email address so that the teachers maybe can contact them if they have any confusion, and also the teacher responsible. So and then you sign it. You can make electronic signature, right? You just do as you wish, and also the date for it. So that is about the study experience resume. Moving on, personal statement or study plan need to be 600 words at least. So for the study plan, I can show you the example here, and I write the link in the description below. This is the very good template of you making your study plan. Remember, it is at least 600 words, okay? And the study plan is where you introduce yourself wherever you are. For example, like you are a senior high school student from this school. Remember, you make a good introduction and then introduce your background, who you are, and then like your basic information of your education and your interest in major study in China. And then you make here, why do I choose to study in China? Because of some very good reasons. And then why do I choose to study in Tianjin University? You make sure you have your good reason. And then your detailed study plan, what you want to do in 4 years of undergraduate study. So you make sure you edit all of that. And then what is your plan after graduation? Let's say you want to continue further study to masters, or you want to work, or you want to do research and all of that, and make sure you have your signature and the date. This is a very good template. You can see the link in the description below, where I literally use this format and I edit it as best as I could, and I was admitted 4 years ago to Tianjin University. So it's a very good format which I already shared to you here. And don't worry, this is not a definite format. And in the Tianjin University website, there is no format or template. So you can use every type of format of study plan you want. Just make sure that it is, of course, detailed and comprehensive about you, and minimum 600 words. Next up is the photocopy of foreigner physical examination form. Remember, every examination form should be after October 2023, which means it can be valid. So go to your government hospital and conduct the physical examination record. And for those of you who are in China, please also go to your government hospital in your province. Ask your teacher in your university or school in China which hospital is suitable to conduct this. Remember, if you are in your country, you can just go to the hospital and say, hey, I want to do medical checkup. It's according to this data, which you have to test me, and also provide your photo here. And after you do your medical checkup, the one that makes sure that this is official, you have to have the official stamp from the hospital, the signature of the physician, and also the date. So it's very simple for the foreigner physical examination form. You have to do this. And if you're not in China, of course, submit the scanned photocopy of visa and transfer certificate from your present university. Of course, right, you're in China, you have your visa. And then if you are a fresh high school graduate, which means you will graduating this year, you just request the certificate of good conduct and performance from your school. But you can also request from the police station of certificate of non-criminal records. So it's up to you. Either it is good record conduct of performance certificate or this. So either one of this you can submit. And also for the other attachments, for the applicants from the School of Architecture, you have to submit 5 different sketches of your own works. Okay? And then if you apply for the university scholarship, which I will explain about the Chiosha Scholarship, Tianjin University International Student Scholarship, and also the Special Scholarship in Chemical Engineering, you have to submit your certificate of bank saving or income certificate of financial guarantor. There will be the template for that. So here, this is the template for the financial guarantor certificate, which you can fill here about the data, everything. And then make sure that you write the date and also edit the period according to your own condition. And you can submit this financial guarantee certificate to the application portal. Here, if you have an award, okay, let's say you follow the participation of a competition, you are champion, you you receive an award, you follow a volunteer activity, you follow a seminar, let's say you participate in all kinds of activity that have a certificate, please combine it in one file and upload it. So all uploaded documents must be in Chinese or English. Okay, so the notarial translation, if you are, let's say your language of your certificate is Vietnamese, Thai, let's say maybe Spanish, right? You have to notarize it and have official translation to Chinese or English, and it is required. And here for the evaluation and admission, remember that TJU, Tianjin University, evaluate applications, all other documents that is submitted. So your scores, language proficiency, interview performance, and also you pay attention to your email to check the application progress. And then when you already submitted, for this section, you have to pay attention that during your online application right now, you can submit it. You do not need to pay anything. Okay, you just submit it. And when you are already admitted, let's say with scholarship or self-funded study, you need to pay the deposit fee to 7,000 yuan. This will be returned to you, will be refunded to you after you register to the school later when already come to Tianjin, and then pay the application fee of 420 yuan after you are already admitted. Okay, so make sure that you do not pay anything during your online application. And when you are already admitted, Tianjin University will issue the admission notice and visa documents. So you do not need to apply visa now, and you just apply your visa later after you're already admitted, and then Tianjin University will issue the admission notice and also the visa related